Okay, well, so I've attempted to make this video so many times and I kept running out of space because 3 pages of crud. So, I often do like to watch reading videos about stories and all that, and I happen to want to become a writer myself, so I figured, wouldn't it be funny to venture into past Christie's stories? Yes, so yeah, this is 3 pages of a story that I wrote when I was a fetus, aka late primary school, early high school. This is the last copy that I wrote, and it does not make any sense to me. But I would say that I was intending to sort of have this as a first reading completely without without me proofreading, but unfortunately, because I've tried to make this video a few times, I've read it over and over again, so it gets funnier every time though. So when I was younger, I used to have this character called Key. She was blonde and had long hair. I can link you a picture of what my vision of Key was, because there is pictures. I'm gonna regret this. Anyway, so enough said, I'm going to give you a reading of the story called Through the Mirror and Back Again. Okay, Mom, I'm leaving. See you, Saki. Why did they have to be so loud in the morning? I'm trying to sleep. Ring walked in and said, Key, Mum says it's time to get up now. Key sat up. She had long golden blonde hair and was pretty skinny. You may think the name Key was unusual, but it's short for the Japanese name Kikyu. It literally says Kikyu. She climbed out of bed, walked over to the mirror and looked at it. It had a scratch on the pane of the glass. She went to touch it, but her arm suddenly felt a jolt, and then she was sucked in. She came flying out, smashed her head on the bedpost, and fell unconscious. When she awoke, she looked around. She took a minute to realize what had happened. Arg! Her mum ran in. What is it, sweetie? Her mum asked. Why does everything look like an anime cartoon? She asked. Her mum said, Don't talk nonsense, now get ready for school. She seemed angry. She brushed her hair and got changed and ate breakfast. When she was ready, she said, Okay, I'm going now. She left the house and started running to school. I'm going to be late. The day was calm and sunny. When she turned the corner, she ran into a boy. He looked about 17 and had long black hair pulled into a ponytail. He was also quite tall and had an angry expression on his face. Sorry, she went to go past him, but he would not let her pass. The boy said, Hey, you. It's like, hey, you. Isn't that like what Joey does from Friends? Where is it? He glared at her. Something in the back of her mind told her to run, so she did. The boy was faster, got in front of her. Grammar, learn it. Who do you think you are, Key? Think you can outrun me? Now hand it over, he said. Key asked, Who are you and how do you know my name? What do you want? He said. What do you and me? The sound of a motorbike roared, cutting off her sentence. The boy grabbed Key by her waist, picked her up and put her on his own shoulders. Hey, what are you? Let go of me. This day can't get any weirder. Put me down now, she screamed. He ran into a small house and put her down. It was delicate, and it had a strange feeling towards it. "Hand me the stone now, before it's too late," the boy said desperately. She replied with, "I don't have any stupid stone, okay? Who does he think he is? He ran out inside." "Hey, where are you going?" she asked. She heard the motorbike again. It rode the bike up the stairs and turned it off. They took the helmet off and revealed their face. "Okay, what's going on now?" Oh, not K. Key. Thank goodness you're okay." This time it was a girl. She had long black hair and tan skin. She also had a strong English accent. "Huh?" Key said. "Now hand over the stone, if you will," the girl said. "What's with all these people? Hand me the stone this, hand me the stone that. All I know is that these people are crazy." So is this story, but whatever. There was something about this girl she knew she couldn't trust. "What stone and why do you want it?" she asked. "That one," the girl pointed at her neck and said. "Hey, that wasn't there before." I'm going to show you this. So, my phone sometimes backwards. I don't know if it'll change it around, but you look, it says, her neck and said, "Hey, that wasn't there before." So I did italics for thought processes. So the snake girl said the main character's thought process. Goodness gracious me. The boy ran outside and jabbed her in the arm. Oh, not jabbed. Now, this is screaming with my head. The boy ran outside and grabbed her arm and said, "We've got to get out of here." "Why?" Key asked. "I'll explain later. Just hand me the stone." So she raised her hands to take off the necklace. She somehow knew she could trust him now, and his angry expression was gone. What is he, bipolar? He seemed a different person. She passed over the stone. He said, "Nishnat shastya toko tot kyo egozova ponyat nismok." I don't know what that means. I probably said something really stupid right now. And there was light. I wonder what's happening. When the light left, I saw the girl was gone. The day had turned into night. As it does. What happened? Where are we? As in, where the clothing... Yeah. Key asked the boy. "We're still here?" Oh, so I got the right "where" in the next sentence. "We went back in time. Our today before now is tomorrow." "Why do you look so stunned? You do this all the time." He said. Key said, "No, actually. How do you know my name? And what's yours, anyway?" "Have you got amnesia? It's me, Drew. We used to be friends." Never had a friend called Drew in my life, so I don't know where I got his name. Maybe, actually, I used to be pretty obsessed with Drew Fuller at one point when I was a fetus. Anyway, it's me, Drew. We used to be friends. What's going on with me today? I know, it's a dream. A strange but weird dream. She looked up and saw rain falling. "It's raining," she said. "Come on, you'll catch a cold," he said as he opened the door. "I should really get back home," she said. "Like they'd care," he replied. She looked down at her feet and ran off. She had to go home. It was cold and wet. She ran around the corner and slipped on the gravel. Her knee started to bleed. She lay there for a few minutes. When she got up, she raced home. I just realised I've got tea out there and I've been trying to do this video for God knows how long. My tea is probably stone cold now. Dedication. Anyway, when she got home, she tried to open the front door, but it was locked. It doesn't say but it was locked. I almost automatically put that in, but it says she tried to open the front door but locked. It was understandable because it was so late. She knocked on the door. Her mum said, "I'll be there in a minutes." What is a minutine? Is that even a word? Is that like me making a mistake? Who knows? Past me, what were you doing? So, when her mum arrived to the door, she opened it and said, "Oh, you, what are you doing here?" Like all mums do, of course. Key said, "I'm your daughter and I live here." Key was shocked by her mum's response. Her mum let her in the house. Key walked towards her room. "If the mirror is where I came from, that's my way back, right?" She looked around the hall and saw saw the posters on all of hers and her siblings' doors had gone. That's strange. She opened the door and all her stuff was gone. She rubbed her eyes and even though she knew it wouldn't help, still gone. She ran to Saki's room. All of his stuff was gone too. Then she ran to Rin's room. She turned the door and the handle and saw the ring She turned the door handle and saw Rin sitting in the center. All of her stuff was gone too. Rin looked into Key's eyes and said, "To live is to die, to rise is to fall. To have dark is to have light. These the things which," as in witchcraft, which, mind you, which balance both yours and my world. Mamari Tamiya Yako Ehi. She then slowly faded. Key said, "Protect them for the future. Protect them for tomorrow. Protect them for who?" Then Rin said, Where did I get all these languages from? Then Rin said, as she was fading off, "Mamari Tamiya Yaka Ahi." I don't even know what language that is. Maybe? Past me? Are you living a double life? The stone in her necklace started glowing. Then she saw she was back at the shrine. "How did I get here?" she said. "I knew you'd be back." She whipped around. It was Drew. Key asked, "What's going on? What happened to my room? What happened to Rin and Saki?" He cut her off with, "It will all come clear in time. Now, are you coming in or what?" She looked at him and nodded. Now, I just want to know one thing. This just said that she went to a shrine, but he was in a house before. Why is there a shrine now? What's going on? Is this like, I don't know, help. She looked at him and nodded. "I hope I'm doing the right thing." Key was sent flying out the door. It slammed shut in front of her. She said, "Who am I meant to protect?" "Who said you're meant to protect anyone?" he said. She replied with, "Rin, my sister." Wait. Did she just try and walk in a house and get rejected by the house? Like she just got thrown out? Is that what's going on? Anyway, so, he looked confused. "My younger sister, red hair, green eyes, and Saki, my older brother. Do you remember him? He had black hair and brown eyes." Drew just said, "Can't say I do." Key asked, Okay, where do I sleep? He said, over there on the couch. The couch was already prepared for her. The sand was whipping. The heat made... Wait. I just wanna go back for a second. So she was rejected by the house that threw her outside. And she somehow was still able to get onto the couch to sleep. Anyway, the sand was whipping. The heat made her feel dizzy and dehydrated. She was in a desert. Yep, a dessert. She saw her sister. She was watching a bird, a sparrow. Aren't they beautiful? Too bad they have their predators. Then a snake came and devoured it. Drama. When the light comes, you'll be left alone in darkness. That echoed as she slowly awoke. The sun was beaming into her eyes. She felt something slithering on her arm. She opened her eyes and saw a snake crawling around her. "Ah!" she screamed. Drew ran in. "What's wrong?" he asked. Then he saw the snake. "You can't have this one, at least not yet," he said. "Why not?" The snake turned into a girl. She had long pink hair and red eyes. She was very pretty for a snake. She looked about 16. She wore a long silk dress that was white. "What are you people?" he asked. Drew said, "We're demons." "I thought you knew that." The girl with the pink hair said, "Who are you and what are you doing here?" Key looked down and said in a hushed whisper, "You're demons." Drew said, "Hand over the stone or I'll be forced to take it." The window was behind her, so she did a backflip through the glass. "Ouch!" She saw the girl turn back into a snake. Okay. He stood up and the snake crept up her leg and wrapped around her. The snake bit her on the leg. "The venom will soon be through your entire bloodstream. We can cure you if you just hand over the stone," Drew said. "Are you ready to die?" the snake said. She took the stone off and threw it up into the sky. They both leapt for it. The snake turned into the girl who was on the bike, so she was a shapeshifter. That's what it just says. It literally says, so she was a shapeshifter. Where are we? See? She was a shapeshifter. They both grabbed for it. A very bright light came from the stone and they were both gone. Drew ran out of his house. "There's two of them?" she freaked. She ran to her house, knocked on the door, and ran straight to her room. All her stuff was back. She jumped through the mirror and was back home. She looked around and thought it must have been a dream. She walked over to her jewelry box, and in the center she saw the necklace, and attached to it, not attached, but attached to it, was the jewel. Oh no, not again. So, I don't know what happened in that story at all. So, yeah, I'm a bit frightened of past me. But, yeah, in the next one, it's going to be a Zelda fanfiction with my original characters. Peace.